Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
And welcome to Thursday Night Football, presented by Bud Light Platinum. Welcome to New Orleans, Louisiana. The Big Easy, they call it. Well, nothing's been easy for these two teams that battle here at the start of Week 13, the Cowboys and the Saints. And now welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Joe Buck. That's the Hall of Famer, Troy Aikman. Glad to have you with us. And let's talk about the Saints. It's been 4 full games now that they've been without Jameis Winston. They had Trevor Siemian in a quarterback. That time has run out. Now they're with Taysom Hill. I'm anxious to see how he plays here tonight.
Well, I am too, and I thought Siemian did about all he could. They just weren't able to create much offense, and so in order to try to manufacture some, you go with Taysom Hill, and who knows if he's 100%. They're without Alvin Kamara again tonight, but what they are hoping in this game is that with Taysom Hill, with Mark Ingram, they're able to run the football, try to get this game into the fourth quarter with a chance to win. But this is a decimated football team with a lot of injuries.
A lot of injuries. Now on the other side, you've got the Dallas Cowboys, who won 6 of their first 7 games, but now they've lost 3 of their last 4. And what they were doing early in the season, they can't do lately, and that is run the football.
Well, it's really who the Cowboys are. And this offensive line, even though there's been some changes there, they've been pretty good throughout the season, and yet they haven't been able to run the football. Is Ezekiel Elliott healthy? Sure doesn't seem like he is. Should Tony Pollard get some more opportunities? Probably, but Kellen Moore has proven that if they're not successful running the ball, he will totally abandon it. He did last Thursday in that loss to the Las Vegas Raiders. This is a Saints defense that's been really good for a number of years against the run. I wouldn't anticipate Dallas having a lot of success running the football, and it could be another game where they're throwing the ball with Dak Prescott a lot.
For more on the Dallas Cowboys, down to the field, here's Christina Pink.
Well, Joe, a COVID outbreak certainly complicating things for the Cowboys this week. Mike McCarthy is out, and Dan Quinn steps into a familiar role. Of course, he was the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons for 6 seasons, but going from the booth back down to the sidelines and still calling defensive plays, he says will be the biggest adjustment tonight. He's not a fan of the circumstances, of course, but he did say this presents a cool challenge. Of course, he is definitely said he feels a lot more pressure because he does not want to let Mike McCarthy down. He told him, don't stress, we've got your back tonight. Aaron Andrews, the Saints dealing with their own issues on the injury front.
Yeah, are they ever, Christina? Head coach Sean Payton told us this is the first time in 15 years for him he's ever had to have a team deal with this many injuries. He said it's a tough thing, but it is what it is. For the offense, Taysom Hill, he's going to have his hands full. Both his tackles are out tonight, and as the guys mentioned, so is running back Alvin Kamara. This defense has holes as well, including they're missing their most disruptive player, Marcus Davenport. Sean Payton saying to us, despite the fact we have this losing streak, despite the fact we're dealing with these injuries, we have to have hope. We have to find it. Joe, they just have to figure out how to piece this thing together and get a win.
Yep, as they hope to get healthy in the final month of the season. Spanish language broadcast available tonight on Fox Deportes. Dallas won the toss. They defer. Saints will start the game with the football. And the dangerous Deontay Harris waits deep as Zerline will kick it away. And out of the back of the end zone. Well, Taysom Hill, when he got a shot to start last year and Drew Brees was injured, went 3-1. Completed passes at 72%. But as we know, he can do basically anything out there. We've seen him cover kicks, return kicks, play tight end, play running back. And you don't know what you're going to get. He is not the typical pocket passer.
I think he's been so good at all those things that you just said that it's kept him from really being given the opportunity to strictly play quarterback. And I know that when he was in the competition with Jameis Winston in training camp, that's one of the reasons why Winston was able to prevail.
It starts with a high throw, but a completion to Traquan Smith. And a gain of 6.
You know, that's just Taysom Hill's 9th pass of the season. He just has not played a lot of football, hasn't been used the way that Saints fans have seen over the last few years. But as we said coming in, this is an offense that has really struggled over the last several games, and it kind of hit bottom last Thursday night against the Buffalo Bills.
Hill throws back across the field and completes it somehow to his tight end, Nick Vanette. A dangerous throw that Hill was able to fit in for 12 and a first down.
Well, yeah, it looked like two guys had an opportunity with the Cowboys to make plays on this ball. Well, nope, just Leighton Vander Esch was there. I thought there was early on, but that's hey, everything's out the window in this game. That's quarterbacking rule 101. No, do not throw back into the middle of the field. But Taysom Hill gets away with it, and it's a nice play.
He flips it to Ingram, who is going to be smoked. Drilled by Odighizuwa, the rookie from UCLA. And a loss of 3.
Well, if you're going to play the Saints, you've got to expect a lot of these screen plays. Heck of a play by Odighizuwa, and that's just pursuing the ball. I mean, good things, you hear me say it a lot, good things happen around the football, and when you have defensive linemen that are chasing the ball the way he just did, those are the plays you make.
Taysom Hill is bothered by plantar fasciitis in his foot as he hands to Ingram. He gets 3, and that'll bring up third down, 3rd and 10. DeMarcus Lawrence, who is welcomed back with open arms by this Dallas defense, made the stop. Here's the offensive line, 8 different combinations up front. And it's Hurst starting at left tackle, and as you saw, Jordan Mills making his first Saints starts out at right tackle.
And Sean Payton said, as debilitating as it is not having Alvin Kamara and some of the others, it's those 2 tackles that have really affected their offensive production.
3rd down and 10. Pass is short, caught, and play made. Lawrence was out there with Jaron Kearse and a loss of 6.
No real disguise by New Orleans on this. It's another screen pass. Get the ball out quick, and it's just read right away. Jaron Kearse right there. DeMarcus Lawrence just did not fool anyone. They know what they're up against and some of the struggles that the Saints have with those injuries. They know the ball's going to come out quick, and they're reacting to it.
Ty Montgomery dropped immediately as Gillikin hits a line drive. C.D. Lamb on the return out near the 23. 7-yard return after a 47-yard punt. And the Cowboys offense, number 1 in the NFL, off to work, no score. He is the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. He is the acting head coach in place of Mike McCarthy. On the COVID-19 list, 5.5 years as the Falcons head coach. NFC champs in 2016. Prescott is going to throw, and incomplete. Well covered downfield with C.D. Lamb, the target. And Marcus Williams in coverage there to knock it away. 2nd and 10.
I got Dak Prescott got off to such a great start this year. MVP candidate. The last couple weeks, just hasn't been quite as good, even though the numbers on Thursday against the Raiders looked real good, just missing some throws that typically he makes. And I think the criticisms of his over the last 2 games really speaks more or less to just how great he has been.
Here's Elliott, bad knee at all, back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Malcolm Jenkins makes the stop. So Elliott's numbers are down, and the Cowboys are going to hurry it up. As you look at their offensive line with La'el Collins starting at right tackle, Terrence Steele on the COVID list.
Saints having a hard time getting lined up. They're able to because Dak held the count, but initially the Saints weren't real sure where exactly to get lined up over some of these receivers up top.
3rd down and 10. Prescott, pass incomplete, 3 and out. Noah Brown, the target. Right there was Bradley Roby.
Well, they double C.D. Lamb inside. He goes to the right spot. You're going to see Noah Brown. It's just really good coverage. And then there's C.D. Lamb, and he's got inside outside on him. He's got Paulson Adebo, the rookie, and then he's got safety help over the top. But a really nice job by Bradley Roby there on Noah Brown to force a 3 and out.
And a drive that lasted under a minute. Angers had a great year. Flag on the play. Anger got it away. And a nice punt of 49 yards, no return by Deontay Harris, and a flag thrown early.
Kicking team player number 29 out of bounds. 5-yard penalty. First down.
The call was against the Cowboys, even though the motion was the other way. 5-yard penalty against Dallas, no score. They're going to re-kick. So the 5-yard penalty, as Brad Rogers pointed the wrong way. And instead of tacking on 5 yards at the end of the return, Sean Payton wants 5 yards from the previous spot and a re-kick.
I think Sean Payton's hoping to be able to get a return. You know, in visiting with him, and in this ball game in particular, what exactly do you have to do to give yourself a chance? They got to win the kicking game. And with that in mind, he said that, hey, we may be returning kicks out of the end zone on kickoffs. So maybe that's his thinking here, that maybe they just might be able to get a return and give themselves better field position.
Anger hits it. Better punt. Harris from inside the 25. A little bit of room. Great speed. And able to get back near the 30. And basically a wash after that 5-yard penalty. Second possession for Taysom Hill and the Saints. No score. 0-4, missing his third game over the last 4. Alvin Kamara, with the hat on facing forward, is missing his 4th straight game. They're without their 2 tackles, their top tight end. Michael Thomas hasn't played all year, barely played last year. They're without their starting quarterback, and Alvin Kamara, their top back, who's one of the biggest weapons in the NFL. Here's a handoff to Ingram, who is back in the fold after a trade from the Texans. He gets 4 on first down.
Well, I think that's the question that Sean Payton's had to ask himself. You know, where do you get the ball? Who do you get it to? Well, Mark Ingram, who now is coming off the field, since he got picked up going into that Tampa Bay game 5 weeks ago, he was brought in to spell Alvin Kamara. But during that stretch, he's been their leading rusher and he's been their leading receiver. They need somebody to come spell him.
Hill has started 4 for 4. Now he's in trouble, and the pass is incomplete. Stills tried for the diving catch, but it hit the turf. 3rd and 6 coming up. Micah Parsons, the stud rookie, with pressure on that play, and you can see Stills had a chance but couldn't make the catch. And there's number 11. Every time you look up, he's in the offensive backfield.
He sure is. I mean, it's no longer a comparison amongst him and other rookies. He's just a great player, no matter how many years you've been in the league. His role will change a little bit tonight with DeMarcus Lawrence coming back. Now you see him inside as opposed to the edge. He will still rush from the edge, but he'll also be interior like he is on that play.
Hill throws. The pass is caught by Humphrey, and a big play on 3rd down. 25 yards to Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Well, you see this pick right here. Marquez Callaway, he picks off Lil Jordan Humphrey's man, Jordan Lewis. You can see the move here, and up the seam he goes, and that collision. You know, a lot of man coverage from the Cowboys this year. And on Thursday night against the Raiders, they ran as much man coverage as they have all season, about half the defensive snaps. And Sean Payton, anticipating it, called the right play.
Here is Ingram. He gets 4. Here's tonight's professional grade presented by GMC. We look at Micah Parsons who has 9 sacks this season, a team rookie record. And like Troy said a moment ago, the conversation has gone from will he be defensive rookie of the year to him at least being in the conversation for defensive player of the year.
He's just, he's a baller. I mean, what else can you say? He's fun to watch. He's fun to visit with. Just loves the game of football.
Here's a handoff to Ingram, and the play made by Curse. Jaron Curse, the strong safety, got through in a loss of 2 to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, that's some of what Dan Quinn talked about. Jaron Curse is up around the line of scrimmage a lot. Typically, he's up there in coverage, but going to bring him a little bit more in this game. Nobody was assigned him, and he's able to run him down from behind.
Third down and 8. Hill throws, pass incomplete. As they work against Anthony Brown, Marquez Callaway was the target. It's 4th down.
Well, 3rd and long, and Dan Quinn plays man coverage, and they try to slant go and actually have a little bit of a chance. I think if Anthony Brown, who couldn't wait for this game to roll around, he had an awfully tough night, putting it mildly, against the Raiders, was called for 4 defensive pass interference calls, and they immediately go after him with a deep route off the double move.
56-yard try coming up by Maher, former Cowboys kicker. Within his range, to be sure. 3rd kicker of the year for the Saints. His 3rd game with New Orleans, and he's wide right. And so taking over at their own 46 with great field position, the Cowboys. No score here in New Orleans. Cooper missed 2 games. Unvaccinated, dealt with COVID. Had 1 abbreviated practice leading into this game, and he's not been out there yet. Mike McCarthy telling us 3rd down and red zone to start the game. Pass is caught by Noah Brown as he broke free and got 9. There's Amari. 47 catches on the year, 5 touchdowns, and they really missed him while he was out.
And boy, they sure did. And they could have used him, and then they lose CeeDee Lamb for the last 6 quarters of play, and so it's been tough on Dak Prescott and their ability to get the ball to the various players on the outside also.
Here's Elliott, 1st down.
Sean Payton, and you'd make the decision that you're going to try that long field goal, and I understand it. You know, try to get points any way that you can or whenever you can, and that's the only problem is if you do miss that, boy, you're setting Dallas up there at midfield. You know, they get 1 first down, and here they are real close within range of their own. Of course, they got bigger ideas than that, but it sure puts this defense for the Saints in a tough position to try to hold them up.
On 1st down, pass to Brown. He's been busy already, and Noah picks up 5 yards. Well, this defense has been good each of the last 4 years stopping the run. They've got injuries of their own as they are without Marcus Davenport and Tano Passanio, 2 of their defensive rush ends. The rookie Adebo's been good from the start. Lattimore's been up and down. Handoff to Elliott. Gets 2, 3rd down coming up as Jalen Holmes was in there on the stop.
Well, that defense, that front 7, I should say, led by Demario Davis. I mean, it's just a mindset that they have when they come in that teams are just simply not going to run the ball against them. And you got to keep trying, but
Amari Cooper in the game. Pass underneath to Pollard, and he's short. Brought down by Marcus Williams on a good play in his 4th down. And it looks like the Cowboys will go for it.
They get Tony Pollard in there. It's a really good play by Marcus Williams, being able to get out there and make a clean tackle. A team that missed a lot of tackles last Thursday night.
Prescott keeps, throws, and behind Lamb. Saints take over. Cowboys go for it for the 18th time this season on 4th down. Came close, can't connect. Saints have it, no 2-yard field goal try. No surprise, they went for it on 4th and 2. Had a chance for a big play, maybe a touchdown, but Prescott and Lamb could not connect. We'll go back to that in a moment. First down, Saints. As the Cowboys do nothing with that good field position after the missed field goal. Here's Hill taking it and getting 3. Back to the 4th down play.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb comes across. I think this was a design play, and then he's going to come up the field, but he gets caught up in the wash right here. And at the top of this route, Dak's expecting him to look inside. Instead, he looks to the outside, and that's why it was going to take a great catch on Lamb's part in order to haul this in. Prescott sees him. They just were not on the same page. If I'm quarterbacking, I'm expecting that receiver to look to the inside as well.
Hill launches, pass broken up. Smith the target with Anthony Brown there to knock it away for Dallas, looking for that bounce back game Troy talked about a moment ago.
Yeah, it's a really nice job by Anthony Brown, because Traquan Smith, he's pushing up, and then he's got inside on an outside leverage quarterback running away from him, but Brown's able to make up the speed. Just really not much separation right now by the Saints receivers against this secondary.
4 penalties, 91 yards against Anthony Brown on Thanksgiving. 3rd down and 7. Hill throws, pass behind Callaway. 4th down.
That's just some of the lack of time together and in games. And Callaway, I see what Taysom Hill was seeing. He's hoping that Callaway will throttle it down in the zone. That time Dallas plays zone coverage on 3rd and long and didn't want to lead him into the defender, just not on the same page. So another nice job by Dallas defensively.
Blake Gillikin, another punt. His best, booming punt from near the 5. CeeDee Lamb takes off and makes it to the 20. Now the Cowboys will have it for the 3rd time. Taysom Hill hit his hand on Dorrance Armstrong on that 3rd down. Right hand of Taysom Hill hitting into the right arm of Dorrance Armstrong, and he went right to the sideline. They're looking at his hand, the middle finger in particular. He's now in the blue medical tent as the Cowboys start at their 20. 3rd possession for Dallas. Nothing. As Tony Pollard gets 1. We've seen 5 possessions so far with the 2 teams. 3 first downs, 3 punts, a missed field goal, 1 turnover on downs, and no points. This has been an ugly start for each offense.
Yeah, it has. And Trevor Siemian, while Taysom Hill went into the tent, Siemian was up taking snaps from the center, and he's been warming up. Looks like we might see him on this next possession.
They hand again, not much. Pollard gets 2. You still have a chance to win $25,000 of Terry's money tonight. Scan the QR code and enter your picks into Fox Super 6's TNF Challenge for a chance at the jackpot. It's free to play. Just download the Super 6 app now. Saints have allowed a lot on the ground the last 2 games, but they've been a top 5 run defense every year since 2018. Off to a good start tonight.
Pretty good battle between Dallas offensive front and this Saints defensive line. So far, advantage Saints.
3rd down and 7. Pass is to Cooper, and Amari Cooper with a catch, and down near the 36 of New Orleans. 41 yards, and welcome back to number 19.
Well, really nice route, and they kind of catch the Saints, who are trying to disguise coverage, and they're rotating to a single high look. and they're able to get, he's going to see the drop down here, and then here comes Cooper right through the middle. And Dak Prescott reads that beautifully, and a good route by Amari Cooper.
41-yarder to Cooper. Play action now from Prescott, and he throws it.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody was there.
And now a flag at the end of the play.
Yeah, and the flag not in the pocket. The flag comes out.
Foul for intentional grounding. Number 20 was in the area. Second down.
There still may be a penalty on that last play. Here's that previous play with a hit by Granderson.
Ineligible player downfield. Number 66. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
They get Connor McGovern being ineligible on this play here.
Yeah, there he is right here, the left guard, 66, and yeah, I don't.
Makes it 1st and 15. I don't know, take your pick. You want 1st and 15 or 2nd and 10? Saints opted for 1st and 15.
I'll tell you after this play.
Okay. You don't have that luxury. Neither did Sean Payton, as Dalton Schultz picks up 7. So now you have 2nd and 8 instead of 2nd and 10. So I guess who cares?
Well, we've seen a lot of quarterbacks this year that have banged their hands and injured their fingers. He's got it wrapped up. He's going to try to go.
Here's Lamb with a catch. Great moves. CeeDee Lamb is still rumbling down to the 1. Boy, that was pretty to watch as 88 went for 32 and went right around Malcolm Jenkins.
Well, Malcolm Jenkins, I mean, this is stone cold right there by CeeDee Lamb. Jenkins, who's been in this league a long time, and he's a good player. I mean, he just buckles. He couldn't even come out of his stance. It's one-on-one with CeeDee Lamb after he gets the ball. Nice block on the outside, one-on-one right here. And it was off to the races.
I'll tell you who else came out of his stance. Mike McCarthy watching in a hotel room back in Dallas. Here's one of the end zone. Gallup twisting and a touchdown. What a grab by Michael Gallup, and we'll make sure both feet got down. What a catch if it stands.
Well, you see the rubber come up. I mean, as soon as he caught it, you saw that live. The rubber from that field turf comes up, and it's a good opportunity for these officials. Pretty clean right there. What a job by Michael Gallup, going up and making the play, knowing where he is in the end zone, and then getting his feet in.
Great coverage by Roby, just a better throw and catch. Well, so much for the slow start for the Cowboys offense as it kicks into gear. They lead by 7. 41-yarder to Cooper, 33-yarder to Lamb, and the 1-yard touchdown throw to Michael Gallup. We'll be back after this from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm. What's good?
Oh, Patrick?
Nah, fam. Just your typical sneakerhead working here for the employee discount. But speaking of deals, I heard regular guys like me are getting the Patrick price. That can't be real, right?
Listen, State Farm offers rates that fit any budget. Even yours, typical sneakerhead.
Wow. Just anyone now?
Yeah.
Man, these just sold out then.
For surprisingly great rates that fit any budget, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Well, Dak Prescott has been fired up since we saw him take the field well before the start of this game. Talking about how mad this team is, the way they've played, having lost 3 of the last 4 games, and that was a quick, impressive march right down the field. And it was the 41-yarder to Amari Cooper on 3rd down that really let that all happen. Taysom Hill coming back out for the Saints, and we'll send it down to Aaron Andrews.
You guys saw him go into the medical tent. I got to be honest, he wasn't in there very long, but he did come out. It looks like, Troy, he has a splint on that middle finger with some tape. He was throwing the ball on the sidelines, and I saw him look over to a doctor and say, I'm fine, I'm good to go. He's out there now.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. First of all, Taysom Hill, he's one tough guy, and it's why they're able to use him the way that they are. Secondly, his first start of the year, they're going to have to drag him off the field. You know, he finally gets that opportunity to play. We'll see how effective he is and just how impactful the finger may be throwing the ball.
That is start. Offense, number 64, 5-yard penalty, first down.
That was one of the weirder false starts I've seen. I mean, they just got to the line, and Will Clapp, an extra offensive lineman, just stood up and touched the guy across from him.
There he is, 64. Well, he came out. I mean, it's always kind of, what does a lineman do when he comes off? I mean, just act like you did the right thing. He did a good job of that.
On first down, the pass is caught, and a beautiful grab by Juwan Johnson. Good throw, good catch, 27 yards.
Excellent route by Juwan Johnson. He's going to widen Jaron Kearse there, and then he heads right up the seam, and see how he bends that to the inside a little bit. You already have the corner or the safety beat because of leverage, and you're running the inside route. And his size, there's a lot of places you can put that ball, and now he's slow to get up.
He's a big dude, 6'4", 231, and somebody who has made the move from receiver to tight end. And that was just beautifully done, but now he gets some attention. Let's see what happened to him at the end of the play. Hey.
It sure looks like at the end of this play with the neck and the shoulders.
Oh,
yeah. That it looks like that's what they're checking on him as well.
Good throw by Hill. 6 different receiver already for Taysom Hill for 6 completions. And we'll be right back after this from Verizon.
This holiday, Verizon has the deal that gets better and better and better.
Get iPhone 13 Pro on us when you trade in your old or damaged phone.
Here, the phone everyone wants on America's most reliable network. Better? Better. That's not all. The new iPhone and up to 7 entertainment subscriptions for your family, like Apple Music, Apple Arcade, and more. Better? Better. Not done. The new iPhone, the entertainment, and up to $1,000 when you switch. Better. This year, holiday better with Verizon, because everyone deserves better.
Juwan Johnson able to get up and at least walk off, stretching out that neck as he makes his way to the sideline. First down for the Saints with under a minute to go in quarter number 1.
Well, there's just not many guys on this roster right now that you like the matchups, or guys who can make some plays for you. And Juwan Johnson, like you said, a former wide receiver, he's moved to tight end. He's got good size, and he can make some plays on those contested balls like he just did.
Here's Ingram. Gets a couple as Micah Parsons made the tackle. And we'll see if that does it for the first quarter here in New Orleans. Sure looks like it. Only points put up by the Cowboys on that 1-yard touchdown throw to Michael Gallup. 7-0 Dallas. Thursday Night Football presented by Bud Light Platinum. Back after this. As they support through My Cause, My Cleats. Text MCMC to 635-635 to hear the players' stories. Bid on their custom cleats for charity and learn more about how they're making a difference in their community.
I think that's one of the great things that the league implemented. Erin Andrews had her own cleats made up last year.
And is doing it again. A repeat performance here in 2021. We'll get to that in a moment. 2nd and 8. The ball is batted down. Lawrence got up. And DeMarcus knocked that down easily.
Yeah, he sure did. He got a great push in there. You're going to see the job that he does. Almost hit him in the chest. Right in the head.
Suffered a left foot fracture. A week of practice after game 1. Hill's going to go and get it. First down, Saints. 9-yard carry by Taysom Hill for the first down.
A 4-man rush. You see the Cowboys are not quite situated when the ball is snapped and everyone's running all over the place. Taysom Hill, it just opened up nice for him. As soon as he saw it, he went and got it. That's some of what you get with Taysom Hill and keeps this drive alive.
Hill throws, pass caught. That is Deontay Harris. Christina Pink, it's a big return and a big piece of the puzzle for the Cowboys getting DeMarcus Lawrence back.
Oh, yeah, and he was supposed to be out there just situationally, but he's been out there a lot on these last couple of drives as he comes off the field now. Absolutely beaming in warm-ups. Told me he thought he could come back sooner, but they held him out. But once he was able to plant and able to cut, that gave him the green light. He was ready to go, but he just wanted to get the feel of the game again, guys.
Been in for 12 plays, Christina. Second down and 1 here for the Saints. First down plus. Ty Montgomery. As he takes it down inside the 25 to the 24 for 9.
Well, they bring little Jordan Humphrey. He comes across. He lines up as a big wide receiver to help out. Offensive line does an excellent job of opening up a hole. One of the best runs they've had all night.
Saints have lost 4 straight. No points in the first quarter in any of those games. None tonight, but the start of the second quarter, they have something going. On first down, Hill wide open, and the catch, and the touchdown, Humphrey. And another big play against this Dallas defense. 24 yards to Lil Jordan Humphrey, his second touchdown of the year.
Well, they catch Dallas in man coverage. They line up in pretty much the same formation that they just ran the big run with on the previous play. Play action, and Jordan Humphrey, you see that Anthony Brown gets caught up in all the bodies. He gets picked off, and it leaves Jordan Humphrey, little Jordan Humphrey that is, wide open across the field.
24 yards for the touchdown. And this from Maher to tie it. Touchdown Saints, trying to make it happen any way they can. Hill, Humphrey, 7-7. Night Football presented by Bud Light Platinum. Taysom Hill with his first touchdown pass of this season, 5th of his career in his 5th year out of BYU, and had that big 9-yard scramble on 3rd and 8 to keep the drive alive. 24-yarder to Lil Jordan Humphrey ties the game. And out to the 25 it will come.
We'll go back and take a look at that touchdown throw to Lil Jordan Humphrey. Here he is. He's going to run the deep crosser, and then you've got Anthony Brown and the natural pick that happens. Now the Cowboys, as I said earlier, they play a lot of man coverage. And when you play man coverage, you've got to be prepared for those kinds of picks. And when you're at the line of scrimmage and you're in man coverage and you've got bunch sets, you've got to be able to work through those things. And we've seen already a couple times tonight where the Cowboys have been burned by that. And so they're trying to sort that out and just figure out how they're going to allow access to not have some of those things happen anymore in this game.
Prescott, good protection, wide open. CeeDee Lamb breaks a tackle and turns in a big play. Bradley Roby couldn't bring him down, and it's a 21-yard completion to CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, and as I was saying, this is where the Saints really had a tough time against the Bills. They missed more tackles by far than they had missed all year long, and it's one thing to give up a completion, but when you miss a tackle like that, all of a sudden what is kind of a minimal gain turns into a much bigger play, and you just cannot afford to do that against this offense.
Handoff here to Pollard. Tony Pollard gets 2. Tomorrow on NFL Network, Good Morning Football has the world premiere of Guns N' Roses' new lyric music video, Hard School. Good Morning Football tomorrow at 7 live on NFL Network. Second and 8. Amari Cooper checks back in. Prescott, pass is caught. Turner. And Malik Turner has his 8th catch of the season for 10 and a first down.
Well, it is something when you get CeeDee Lamb back, you get Amari Cooper back, and then Malik Turner and these others aren't as dependent, or you're not depending on them as much. Just an excellent route by Malik Turner. He's able to push Lattimore, one of the better corners in the league over the last few years, but he's been struggling a little bit here over the last month of the season. But a really nice route by Malik Turner.
Here's Pollard, cuts back and runs into a pile of bodies for 1. Here's Christina on the receiving core, this group for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, yeah, talking to Dak Prescott in warm-ups, he said, look, I'm not going to downplay it. They're important. You can get the ball downfield, but not just important to me, important to this entire offense. As Troy just alluded to, CeeDee Lamb telling me we bring the energy, we bring the spark, and you've certainly seen that with big plays from both guys, Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb so far.
Second down and 9. Here's a little flea flicker. Prescott, Gallup, out of bounds. Play didn't develop at all. Pressure by Carl Granderson. A flag is down.
Holding. Offense. Number 86. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
And instead of declining it and making it 3rd down and 9, the Saints accept the penalty.
Yeah, Carl Granderson, there's the hold up top. But Carl Granderson, he's been a force. I mean, he really has done a nice job. He able to get pressure, and Dak was throwing that away the entire time. Just no opportunity whatsoever. I think with this defense, I think it's the right decision by Sean Payton backing the Cowboys up.
Here's Schultz to the 41. This offense for the Dallas Cowboys, if you look at how they started the first 7 games, most important line, 6-1. Turnover difference, points per game, yards per game over the last 4 have all dropped off, and they're -1, and the turnover ratio. Third down and 9, pressure coming, pass is caught, and short of first down yardage is Gallup. There's Quan Alexander out there to make the stop. And the field goal unit comes on for Dallas.
Well, this is a Saints defense that doesn't blitz a lot. They're kind of middle of the pack in the NFL, but they decide to come here. 3rd and long, and they bring the pressure, force the ball out of Prescott's hands right away, and then they got to come up and make the tackle, which they did.
55-yard try. Zerline 1 for 4 on the year, 50+. And this one is good. Zerline hits from 55. And the Cowboys back on top.
Have any hair that he thought where he thought I had hair. I mean, I didn't have hair anywhere. But the great, there's been a lot of broadcasters, I think, who have tried to. You always copy. It's like a copycat league that you've reminded me that the NFL is broadcasters. You try, but there's only one guy that could make anything like that work, and it's John Madden.
Yep.
And it was his greatness.
As we continue on here in New Orleans, in a dome where John Madden called 3 Super Bowls. As Harris will stay away. He and Pat Summerall called the first Super Bowl Fox had, Super Bowl 31, Green Bay, New England, game won by Brett Favre and the Pack, and the last broadcast that he and Pat Summerall did, Super Bowl 36, kind of the debut on the world stage for Tom Brady in the win by the Patriots over the St. Louis Rams. Another possession for the Saints. This one starts at their 25, down by 3.
Ready.
Handoff here to Deontay Harris. Got around Curse and able to pick up 3.
Well, it shows really the kind of speed that Deontay Harris has to even make any yards out of that, because I thought Jaron Curse, he saw it coming. Deontay Harris was coming right at him. He gets up the field, but he's so quick. We talk about players that the Saints are without. And then Taysom Hill gets stepped on by the offensive line. But Deontay Harris, he's facing what could be a suspension by the league as well. So we may not see a whole lot more of him coming up.
Handoff to Ty Montgomery and Micah Parsons in the backfield, a loss of 1. Another tackle for loss for the rookie Parsons from Penn State.
Yeah, he's hard to stop even when you get blocked, or he gets blocked, and Throckmorton completely whiffs. He's right there and gets some help from others. Sure enjoyed talking to him the other night. Getting ready for this game. He's going to be a great player for a long time.
3rd down and 8 now. Hill out to his right under pressure and throws. He's nearly picked by Trevon Diggs. It's 4th down as Micah Parsons had pressure on Taysom Hill, who had to just get rid of it.
Well, it's rare when you throw the ball anywhere near Trevon Diggs and you get away with it. And I'm a little surprised here just because he's got such great ball skills. This would have been a heck of a play on the ball. It's behind him. But I've seen him make a lot of great plays this year for interceptions.
He's got 8 interceptions, more than 11 teams through week 12. Diggs now back to return the punt. Reverses field and is brought down near the 30, maybe the 31. 9-yard return by Diggs. The acting head coach and defensive coordinator likes what he sees. Dan Quinn from his defense here in New Orleans. Bud Light Platinum. The Saints still the 3rd best rush defense in the league. They allowed 242 rush yards to the Eagles 2 weeks ago, 113 to Buffalo on Thanksgiving. So far 44 rush yards, but 33 on a carry by Lamb. Pass is incomplete for Michael Gallup. And Dak Prescott ended up on his back as Demario Davis got there.
Well, he had Gallup, but Demario Davis, here he comes. His guy stays in and blocks, and so it frees him up then in order to rush the passer, and he gets the hit because Gallup is able to get away from him. But just the fact that Prescott had to get the ball out a little bit sooner than what he wanted is why it wasn't there.
Pollard has run it 4 times for 6 yards. Ezekiel Elliott 3 times for 5 yards. And they hand here to Elliott. Not much. 3rd and long coming up as number 21 gets 3.
Cowboys have been heavy throwing the ball on 1st down. I think they've just run it 1 time on 1st down. They've thrown it every other time. We've got a Cowboys player, it looks like, that's down now.
See if that's Dalton Schultz, the tight end. We'll check him. We'll come back. 3rd down and 7 for the Cowboys when we return. With 7 minutes left in the half. Prescott is sacked. P.J. Williams gets the sack, his 1st of the year, to bring up 4th down.
Pretty good design there by Dennis Allen. They're going to drop these guys to cover these guys, and here they come then off the slot. So you think you're getting it one way. Those guys pull out to help in order to cover, and then they bring the blitz off the slot, off the edge. and it's up to the offensive lineman and the protection to be able to sort through all that, and they're not able to.
Anger hits a beauty. Deontay Harris with a nice return of 17 yards after a 59-yard punt. Saturday, Jim Harbaugh leads his second-ranked Michigan Wolverines into their first ever Big Ten champ game, looking to punch their ticket to the playoffs against number 13 Iowa. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox and the Fox Sports app. CeeDee Lamb with a 33-yard run on what was a throw backward, a lateral, the longest run, and Taysom Hill, the 12-yarder, running at a quarterback for the Saints. Out to his right, drops it off, pass caught by Griffin. And Garrett Griffin gets 9.
I'd have to believe that Sean Payton likes the way this game has unfolded here in this first half. The defense has been able to make some stops. They're down 3. And like I said, if there's a way that they can keep this game close as they move through the second half into the fourth quarter, late with a chance, the defense has done enough that even this possession here, it becomes big. I mean, if they're able to tie this up before the half, maybe make another stop. But if they're within striking range, I'd have to think Payton feels good about that.
Ingram with a first down plus. Still going down inside the 35, but a flag is down. Back at the line of scrimmage.
Holding. Offense. Number 81. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
That's Nick Vanette, the tight end.
Well, let's take a look. You see the left hand right there on the shoulder. That's a good call. It's on Malik Hooker is who he had a hold of. They loaded it up. They bring in the 6th offensive lineman, Clapp. They put the tight end over there. They go heavy to the left, run right in behind it. But that's why there was so much room to run.
25-yard run by Ingram is erased on a 2nd and 1. Now it's 2nd and 11. Hill. Pass caught, tackle made. Montgomery dumped by Anthony Brown. 3rd down.
Well, they're really trying a 2-man route. They have the big lineman in again, the 6th lineman, Will Clapp, and this time he lines up to the right, and like they did earlier, this time then they go play action just after they had run the ball there to the left. So they go play action. It's a 2-man route. This is a shot play. Sean Payton's hoping that he can get a shot down the field. It just wasn't anything there. The Cowboys really played it well. He has to come underneath.
3rd down and 9 now. Hill throws. Pass is caught by Traquan Smith for the first down.
That's pretty tight coverage, too. I mean, just against Trayvon Diggs, Traquan Smith, in order to come back and make a play on that ball, it's a really good throw, a better catch. He throws it low and away, a shade away from Diggs. But Traquan then has to go down and get it, which he does. We've seen the Cowboys in a lot of man coverage on 3rd and long. It got them. It's what led to that pass interference penalty on Thursday night on Anthony Brown on 3rd and 18, but they're sticking with it.
Hill, pass is dropped by Montgomery with Leighton Vander Esch waiting right there. Micah Parsons yet again with pressure on number 7. He's got to walk that one off.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Deep breathing, too. And that tells you that it was a good hit on him. Although, taking a look at it, didn't look too bad. Leighton Vander Esch was in perfect position, and you assume that he's going to make the tackle. But if they make the catch and he doesn't make the tackle, that was going to be a big gain.
2nd and 10 now. Pressure off the edge. Van Nett, tight end screen. Big play for the Saints. Down to the 26.
They have the perfect call against what the Cowboys just brought. So here's the pressure coming here, and you've got Van Der Esch, who then he has to be the one who makes the play. He's the one who's going to take Van Nett, and he gets picked off with 2 offensive linemen out in front. And that's what you hope to get when you call that screen pass. Came up perfectly for the Saints.
Season long for Nick Van Nett, 30-yarder. Hill under pressure and incomplete as Diggs almost had the pick.
He sure
with Stills the target.
He sure did. Talked about that one just a little bit earlier that was behind him, but you know, as a former wide receiver, he makes some incredible plays on the ball, and I think if that one had been just a little bit higher, he has another interception.
Second down and 10. Hill. Pass is broken up. And that's Parsons back there in coverage. And they're going to say this is a pick. Intercepted by Curse. Somehow able to get both feet down.
Interception by the defense. First down, Dallas.
And let's make sure both feet are in. Parsons was in coverage on Stills. The catch. And he drags the feet for the pick.
That's the toe drag swag. We'll be seeing it on Good Morning Football. It's a great play.
Wow.
Yeah, really good. In real time, now did he secure the catch? And I think, you know, the feet are in. But from that angle, it becomes a little different story, potentially. As he's going to the ground here, the left hand comes off it.
Let's check in with Mike Pereira back in Los Angeles.
Yeah, hey, Joe, I think it's a heck of a play. The old toe drag, and it's just a matter of control. But watch, the right hand gets control of the ball. And to me, he maintains that control as he's going to the ground. Doesn't come completely off. I really like it as an interception.
Well, that's the call on the field. Yeah, you don't see the ball move there.
Yeah, you really don't.
And they are going to stay with the interception.
That's a heck of a play.
Second of the year for Curse.
That is a really nice play by J-Ron Curse.
16th interception for the Cowboys defense. Tied for the second most in the NFL. Here's Elliott. Still not much. He gets 3. And a timeout taken by the Saints. The Cowboys, by the way, get the ball to start the second half. And with a second down and 7 coming up, the Saints take their first timeout, and we'll find out what's coming our way at the half.
Coming up on the Toyota Halftime, we'll look ahead to Sunday and talk all those big games. Plus, all right, this one time.
How about them Cowboys?
Jimmy's got nothing to worry about.
Come on.
We'll see you on the Toyota
awesome.
Great work, Greg Olson.
I saw Vic Fangio do that at a press conference at AT&T Stadium a few weeks ago.
How about Vic? How about the Broncos are 6-5?
What a race that is in the division.
Prescott throws, and it is caught on the sideline, and the catch is good by Gallup. Boy, we have seen some sideline work. Really by both teams. What a catch this is.
Yeah, it is. And it was a pretty aggressive timeout by Sean Payton after that 3-yard run before the 2-minute.
And Payton calls the referee Brad Rogers over. It would have to be a challenge. The play started outside of 2 minutes, and we'll see if he wants to challenge it.
This is the 2-minute warning.
The answer is no. No challenge, and we're at the 2-minute warning. And Gallup, who's made 2 great catches, one for a touchdown, this for a first down. Cowboys have it up 3.
With the Yahoo Sports and NFL apps.
2 minutes left in this first half. Cowboys 3 timeouts. Leading by 3, and they get the ball to start the second half. How about this officiating crew and the job they've done with 3 calls and got all 3 right. 2 catches by Gallup, and moments ago the interception by Jaron Kearse. Underneath Elliott, a bobble, and he is brought down immediately out of bounds by Lattimore, a gain of just 1.
They have been on it. You know, it's hey, it's a thankless job, as we know. These guys in stripes, they have families too, and they are getting it done tonight. Kudos.
A warm-hearted Troy Aikman. Second down and 9. Pass caught by Schultz, and he's wrestled out of bounds to stop the clock by Malcolm Jenkins. 4-yard play.
Well, the Cowboys on third down, just 1 for 5. We've seen Dennis Allen. He's brought a lot of different stuff. He's brought a few blitzes. We'll see how he decides to play it here on 3rd and 5.
Prescott throws, and the pass caught. C.D. Lamb. What a throw. Absolutely perfect, and Lamb snatched it for 20 yards.
I don't know how he got that ball in there. Bradley Roby was in coverage, and he was in a good position. I mean, just a perfectly thrown pass. I'm sure Roby's sitting there thinking the same thing. How'd that ball get there?
Now first down. Prescott broken up. Schultz the target, and a good play made by Lattimore. Back to that 3rd down completion. But a flag down first on this last play.
Holding. Defense. Number 21. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
That ball was so good that Dak Prescott threw that it even caught C.D. Lamb a little bit off guard. He didn't see the ball thrown. Ball's just right on him. There's the penalty that was just called
on Bradley Roby holding C.D. Lamb. Pass is batted into the air by Roby. 2nd down and 10.
It's a drive that started on the 5-yard line. Still plenty of time. Cowboys still have all 3 timeouts. They're now across the 50-yard line, and they got a chance to not only come away with a field goal, but plenty of time if they're able to continue to move the football, get a touchdown.
2-1 pass to Rush. Prescott. Cooper. Good tackle. Roby. No gain.
That's the whole key. If you're going to play man coverage, then you have to be good tacklers. And Roby does a good job. Start thinking here, if Dallas is able to get anything, I'm not so sure they don't go for it on 4th down if it's manageable, depending on what happens.
A lot of time coming off the clock now. Under 40 to go. Prescott throws to the sideline, and incomplete, but a flag. Cooper being guarded by Paulson Adebo.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 29. False place at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Cowboys happy to get one of those go their way after what happened a week ago tonight.
Yeah, they definitely had quite a few go against them, but this was the right call. These officials, like you said, they have been on it, and Paulson Adebo was hanging all over Cooper.
5th penalty on the year for the rookie from Stanford. 3rd round pick, Adebo. On first down now, Prescott, Schultz, Good tackle and a timeout taken as Dan Quinn came running down the sideline to call it. 2 timeouts left in 23 seconds in a 3-point game. And we'll welcome you inside the broadcast booth, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. And I'll echo what you said earlier. You know, this game, this is an undermanned New Orleans Saints team, but this is a 3-point game here with under half a minute to go in the half. I think Sean Payton would take it.
Well, he would prior to this drive by the Cowboys. I mean, they had the interception. They have a chance to come away with points on that drive, but you know, they got Cowboys backed up on the 5-yard line, like I said, and the Cowboys with 2 timeouts, they're hoping the Saints they can hold them to 3.
Here's Pollard out of bounds. Now 22 seconds remain. Toyota halftime is coming up after that 1-yard pickup by Tony Pollard. 2nd and 9. Former assistant with the Dallas Cowboys, Sean Payton, in his 16th year as head coach with the Saints.
CeeDee Lamb there in the slot.
Prescott. Pass is caught. A great throw and catch as Dalton Schultz comes down with it. And a 10-yard completion.
Well, we saw Schultz on the field a little bit earlier. He was banged up. He goes up and makes a heck of a play on the ball there. He's had a few drops here in recent weeks. In a little bit of a mini slump. But, man, he's made some plays in this game here in the first half. It's a pretty contested throw as he goes up with strong hands and secures it.
5th catch for Schultz on 5 targets. 1st and goal. Prescott to Lamb. One-handed catch, but out of bounds. This guy's amazing with P.J. Williams right there. It's not going to count, but watch the catch.
First down.
They threw a flag on that play. There's the catch by Lamb. And the call is against the Dallas Cowboys. And we'll see where they move the ball. It's a hold against Dallas. And with 10 seconds, that's a big call as it moves the ball back to the 17.
It is a big call, just 10 seconds. So whatever happens, you can't get Prescott running around back there. He knows the ball's got to come out, but he can work anywhere in the field. We got one more play.
Timeout taken by the Saints. Here's the penalty. It's on Tyron Smith as he had a hold of Granderson. So 1st and goal from the 17-yard line.
See what Kellen Moore has designed to try to get this ball into the end zone. See if they can't, got New Orleans, you catch it anywhere as long as you don't get it across the goal line.
2 timeouts remain for the Cowboys. Prescott, Elliott, and now with running around and that short completion, there are only 4 seconds left.
And Prescott knew it. I mean, he knew it. As soon as he started to scramble, typically if there was more time, he had time to get out of the pocket and hold it and try to see if somebody could free up. But then it's all or nothing, and he knew it. That was really smart, a smart play that won't show up in the stats here by Prescott. As soon as he bails to the left, he immediately gets it out. I mean, he knew there was only 10 seconds at the snap of the ball, and he didn't have time to do more with it.
The Cowboys had 1st and goal from the 7. The holding call, and now they have to try the 34-yarder by Zerline. And this is a 6-point game at the half. Cowboys get the ball to start the second half. 13-7. The Toyota halftime coming your way next here in Week 13. What a grab by Michael Gallup. Touchdown, Humphrey.
Little Jordan Humphrey, that is.
That was tonight's game flow, brought to you by Progressive. 13-7 at the half. The Cowboys about to get it. Start the second half. Welcome back to the booth. I'm Joe Buck. That's Troy Aikman. Some have called this one of the better tackling games that we have seen so far in 2021. And I would say on New Orleans' side, I know we're getting ahead of ourselves because the Cowboys are going to have it. For the first start of the year, pretty good by Taysom Hill. He's helped his team stay in the ball game, and the defense for the Saints has been pretty strong as well.
I think that overall you'd say they'd be happy to be where they are right now in the first half, limiting Dallas to that 3 points. But the interception obviously was huge, and it was a really nice play by Jaron Kearse. But the drive by Dallas to end that half, maybe now they'll get something going. But there's been a lot of pressure on this Saints team throughout the year on defense, that they have to be the ones who play great in order for them to have any kind of an opportunity. And so this opening possession of the third quarter for the Saints defense is really big for them to be able to make a stop and not give up another drive like they just did before that half.
Stats pretty well even for the most part after a half of play, but the Cowboys lead by 6 as Maher will kick it away. Pollard will bring it out. At a 100-yard kick return for a touchdown a week ago tonight. He returns it for 22 and will send it down to Aaron Andrews.
I'm laughing because I know the two of you are very tight with Sean Payton, but it's like you read his mind coming out of the locker room here. He did have a smile on his face, and he said to me, I like the way that first half went. I like the way our quarterback played. I like the way he threw the ball. I like the fact we're leading time of possession. He didn't like that drop ball, guys, in the red zone that led to the interception. Happy with his defense. And Troy, you said it. He said this first possession, huge. Also, turnover margin and ball security here in the second half.
They start with a run, at least a handoff, and a loss of 2 by Ezekiel Elliott as Pete Werner, the rookie, second-round pick from Ohio State, made that play.
I think to follow up on what Aaron said, which sounds like is basically what I said, is is that if the Saints can get into late in the fourth quarter within striking distance, I mean, that's all Sean Payton really wants, because he understands coming in what he was up against. And if they're one possession in this, anything can happen.
Pass is caught, short gain as C.D. Lamb was knocked down by Lattimore, and we'll send it down to Christina Pink.
Well, yeah, the Cowboys facing a 3rd and long here, and this drive is huge, according to Dan Quinn. He said, this is why we defer. We need to get something going here, especially after we got points at the end of the half. He said both defenses are playing well. As for his defense, he said the turnover was huge. We know Taysom Hill can get out of the pocket. We have to prevent those shot plays. Joe?
Christina thanks. 3rd down and 10 now. Pass is incomplete with Gallup the target, and Lattimore right there step for step for the Saints.
That was a really nice 3 plays by Marshawn Lattimore. He made a play there on 2nd down, really nice play, and then he's locked up with Gallup on the intermediate crosser, and really great coverage. The contact really does not come until the end of this play. It was a nice job by the officials not making the call. But a good 3 and out to start this third quarter for the Saints defense.
Another good booming punt by Anger and a fair catch. Called for and hauled in by Deontay Harris. 59-yard punt for Brian Anger. Saints have it, down 6. Through this game with their leader, Mike McCarthy, back in Dallas dealing with COVID.
Yeah, it seems like it's gone fairly smooth. I talked about the offensive line coach, Joe Philbin, who's not here tonight either, and then the backup offensive line coach is, or the assistant offensive line coach, Jeff Blasco, and that can cause some disruption, within how do you do in-game adjustments. But by all accounts, the staff over there by the Cowboys is handling all that, and with Dan Quinn handling double duty.
Pass caught by Van Ness. Well, we've talked a lot about Micah Parsons. Here's what Micah told us about his defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn. He's like a big brother, a weird uncle, always bringing a smile and all the energy. He makes you want to buy in. He's got a lot of life. He's got the ear of all of his defensive players. And Micah Parsons is in good hands with Dan Quinn as his coordinator.
Yeah, and he said weird uncle in the most flattering of ways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's Dan Quinn. When we talk about him or when we talk with him, I mean, he is always upbeat, always positive, has these guys back, and they know it.
Here's Hill in trouble, able to escape and get a first down plus. Big play. Parsons with pressure and a 24-yard carry by Taysom Hill.
Well, they've kind of been keeping Micah Parsons on Taysom Hill, but this time in man coverage, Taysom Hill's able to get out of the pocket. He outruns Micah Parsons, which is not easy to do. And then there's just nobody there in order to pick up Taysom Hill on the scramble. He's been about all they've had in the run game.
Yeah, it's his third run. He's their leading rusher. And that 24-yarder is season long for Taysom Hill.
You know, that foot coming in as to how effective was he going to be moving around. I think that dispels, any concern there in what he's capable of doing. That was really a nice job by him, recognizing the man coverage by the secondary and then finding the lane and taking it.
Suffered a concussion against the Washington football team week 5, then has been dealing with that plantar fasciitis since the Tennessee game. Didn't get any snaps the last couple of ball games. He was the backup, and now getting his first start of the year quarterback. He hands for 1 to Mark Ingram.
Now what the Saints did there, they brought in Will Clapp again. They're keeping him out there on the field, the 6th offensive lineman. What they've done the previous 2 times they've brought him out, they've run the ball. They run it. Now we're talking 3rd and 2 here, so a little bit different. But on the next play, they've gone play action both times in that first half.
Here's Hill. He got it. First down, Saints.
Pretty nice when your starting quarterback can also be the wildcat that we've seen from others. And I thought that Dan Quinn made a really good comparison when he compared him with Cam Newton because of the size. And he's not a Russell Wilson, he's not a Lamar Jackson, but he's a physical guy that he's able to lower his shoulder and run tough, just like he was able to pick up that first down.
Here's another run as they start using his legs, and it's working. A gain of 8.
Well, you just kind of wonder if maybe even Sean Payton's been a little hesitant to go with Taysom Hill on the runs, but after he saw him scramble for that big gain, that he said, hey, this guy's ready to go. And they run him on 3rd down. They come back here on 1st down and a big pickup.
He's been tugging on that middle finger. He's got the splint on it. Every time we've shown him between plays here in the second half. Hit it on the right arm of Dorrance Armstrong early in the game. Another first down. 6-yard carry in Taysom Hill with 42 rush yards on the drive.
We've seen this from running backs over the years. A guy gets a hot hand and you just keep feeding him the ball and you just wear down a defensive front. I don't know that I've seen it quite like this with a quarterback where they notice a little something and Sean Payton's just going to keep exploiting it.
That was his 4th first down rushing in the game. Passes to Smith, and that's incomplete as Traquan Smith underthrown. 2nd down.
This is one that Taysom Hill wants back. He's a little late on the throw, but Traquan Smith, I mean, that is about as open can get. He's got 5 yards. You just lay that out there to the pylon and let him go get it. That's he knows it too. That's his worst throw of the night, and that would have been a touchdown.
Ready? We're waiting something.
Setting up a screen for Ingram, and it's not there. We showed you the splint. This is why, from early in the game, as Hill let the pass go, his hand smashed into the right arm of Dorrance Armstrong, and he's been bothered by that middle finger ever since.
Yeah, I think you're right, and he keeps grabbing it as we've shown, and then the feel of the ball's different when you've got tape on it, and I think, like you said, it's even more than that. Affecting, he's fought through it awfully well. He's made some nice throws, but I think it is impacting him.
Blitz coming, pass is incomplete underneath to Montgomery, and the field goal unit will come on. Such a promising start to the drive. He'll miss Traquan Smith with an opportunity, and now they'll try the field goal.
Yeah, well, they definitely wanted more, and yet to come out, make a stop defensively, take the ball offensively, and put yourself in a position to narrow this lead back to 3 points by the Cowboys. All in all, pretty successful drive.
Brett Maher from 42. Missed from 56 in the first half. And Maher gets it. 3-point game in New Orleans. Taysom Hill doing all he can. The late, great Sam Mills was honored here at halftime tonight. Linebacker with the Saints for 9 seasons. Kind of the glue that held that vaunted Dome Patrol linebacking core together. 4-time Pro Bowler as a Saint and went into the Saints Ring of Honor at halftime tonight. 7th member of the organization to be inducted. Passed away in 2005 at the age of 45.
Well deserved. My first start was here at the Superdome against that Dome Patrol. The Saints were not the Aints in 1989. They were for real. Jim Moore was the head coach. They were really good. They gave me an indoctrination into the NFL.
Here's what they look like, that linebacking group, and the foursome about as good as we've seen. The quartet in our old school: Sam Mills, Vaughn Johnson, Pat Swilling, Ricky Jackson. And Troy, when you have a publicity photo as good as this, you know they were doing something right.
They were really good. Vic Fangio was coaching those guys up.
From the 25, they move the pocket roll. Prescott out to his right, and he hits Gallup for a 4-yard gain on first down.
In fact, I remember talking to Vic Fangio about the group that he had several years ago in San Francisco that was really talented, and hey, is this the best group you've coached? He said, I coached that group in New Orleans. He names them off, and those 4 we just showed, they were really talented. Great to see Sam Mills honored.
Hand off to Elliott, and the ground game is doing nothing for the Dallas Cowboys. But a gain of 3, so 3rd and short coming up.
3rd and short, and see if they can't get a little something going. They did before that half. It's been a little stop and start for them offensively. There goes Ezekiel Elliott. He'll be leaving, and Tony Pollard comes into the huddle.
See what Hill's done on the ground compared to Elliott and Pollard, who've combined for 19 rush yards. It's 3rd and 3. Prescott throws, pass incomplete. Pollard looking for a flag on the coverage by Quan Alexander. It's 4th down.
He definitely wanted it as Pollard comes down. That's why they go with him in the lineup, because of what he's able to do as a receiver. He starts in, he runs the China route, and he comes back out. And there was a little bit of contact. I didn't see enough there. They get him to third and short, and Dallas elects to throw and not able to pick it up.
Anger hits another good one. Cowboys have started the second half with back-to-back 3-and-outs. Deontay Harris breaks a couple of tackles. Can't break any more. Saints get it right back. 53-yard punt, 7-yard return. Now down by 3 for Taysom Hill in this Saints offense. Bollinger Canopy of Peace, a new landmark on the New Orleans skyline. The Bollinger Canopy of Peace symbolizes the values the World War II generation fought for, the sacrifices they made, the peace, optimism, and hope they ultimately won for our country. And fittingly, the tribute is being debuted now as next week marks the 80th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor. A museum, one of the best museums you can go to anywhere in the world. And it's here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Home to the Saints, who take over at their 21, down by 3. Curse gets picked up on a blitz, and the pass is caught by Deontay Harris for a first down.
It's a good protection as they bring Garrett Griffin across. He's able to handle the blitz by Jaron Curse. There's a flag in the backfield.
Blindside block. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Yeah, they threw that flag at the very end of the play. Sean Payton is livid for a blindside block. And they will see that first down erased.
This is
the 32.
That's a terrible call. I don't blame Sean Payton. I mean, just a terrible call. All the love we've given these guys all night, that's awful.
And it puts the ball back at the 10.
Sean Payton couldn't have schemed that any better with the protection that he had on, picking up Curse coming off the slot.
Pass to Montgomery. There's just nothing out there as Brown comes up to make the stop.
Well, it's a drive killer is what it is, because it is for a lot of offenses. It usually is for any offense, but especially this one, because every yard is hard and it's a challenge. So when you have those kinds of penalties, especially when I don't think it should have been a penalty, nor does Mike Pereira. It's a challenge then for this offense to be able to manufacture enough yards to pick up a first down and keep this drive.
Handoff up to the 15. Ty Montgomery gets 4. Time now for the Rocket Mortgage 6 for service for each touchdown scored in November. Salute to service games. Rocket Mortgage donated $1,000 toward the fight to end veteran homelessness. Find out more at rocketmortgage6forservice.com. Total donations $210,000. Taysom Hill buying time, throws, and behind his target, Vanette. And after that call on the blindside block, the Saints stall out. It's 4th down.
Yeah, you can see Sean Payton. He's still looking at the officials, and I think, and now he's having a conversation. But Taysom Hill is really struggling with the finger. Even that throw where there really wasn't a lot there. I just think it's throw it, and hopefully you can get it somewhere in the vicinity where your guy can catch it.
Gillikin hits a nice one with CeeDee Lamb staying away. Good punt. Well, here's a call against Garrett Griffin as he picked up Jaron Curse coming on the blitz. And the reaction by Sean Payton. Cowboys have it up 3 here in New Orleans. Platinum, we've been watching Sean Payton just work every official on this crew during the break and the timeout for that call against Griffin. But that's history. And in the present, play action from Prescott. Good protection, and then the protection breaks down, and the pass is incomplete as Onyemata got there to Prescott.
Well, this is one of those where Dallas was hoping to maybe take a shot deep down the middle of the field, but the Saints covered up pretty good, and Onyemata is a force inside, both in the run game as well as getting pressure back on the quarterback. You see as Prescott's looking downfield, just nothing there. Just gets rid of it.
Pass is perfect and caught by Lamb for a first down. And the first down of the second half for the Dallas Cowboys on a good throw and catch.
It is a really nice route there by CeeDee Lamb, being able to get inside, because P.J. Williams, who's covering him, that's the spot where he should play harder inside. Based on the coverage, you don't want the receiver to be able to take the middle. But CeeDee Lamb, even with leverage against him, he's able to get in there.
Saints defense has pretty much taken the run game away from the Dallas Cowboys. Elliott and Pollard, 11 carries, 20 yards for the game. They air it out for Gallup. Incomplete.
Oh, the official, it looked like he started to reach. It looked like he started to reach for the flag at the end of this. They turned Bradley Roby around. He just gets turned around. He just started. It looked like he maybe just hitching up his pants. I don't know, but
I saw the same thing. I think it's just muscle memory at this point with all the flags we've seen. And 2nd and 10. Toss to Pollard. And there he goes. Tony Pollard down the sideline. Jets are on. Touchdown, Dallas. "58 yards, and Tony Pollard just showed the world how fast he is.
Well, he sure showed Marcus Williams, but you got Carl Granderson who's going to get up the field. He's the only guy who's got a shot. And then after that, but Marcus Williams is playing center field, and he's slow playing it, thinking that he's got the angle, and he didn't want Pollard cutting back against him, and he's got the sideline to work with. So the way that he's playing, he never gets there. He underestimates Pollard's speed.
58 yards. And it's 20-10. That's a Cowboys season long on the ground. And the longest run this year against the Saints. And there was nothing going on the ground prior to that.
No, he had 6 yards total. Watch Marcus Williams here at safety and how he plays this. Once Pollard gets up the field. And he's slow playing it. And he just doesn't want the cutback. And he underestimates just how fast Pollard is. He just keeps going. I mean, otherwise you at least you take an angle that forces Pollard to come underneath. And I think he thought he could still get there and make a play before he got to the end zone, but he never did. Carl Granderson, I mean, almost for a loss of about 5 or 6 yards, just barely. And so for Pollard, usually when you get disrupted like that as a runner, then here comes the rest of your teammates and you're not able to get anything out of it. But it was good blocking everywhere else, and Pollard hit it, showed his big playability.
It had been 71 games since the Cowboys had a carry of over 50 yards. This was Alfred Morris back in 2017. And the Saints now down by 10. We'll start at the 25. Tomorrow night on NFL Network, A Football Life chronicles legendary Cowboys receiver Drew Pearson and his Hall of Fame career. A Football Life Drew Pearson premieres tomorrow at 9, only on NFL Network.
The great Drew Pearson. You talk about the OG. That's the OG, 88, the original. Well, the pressure now is certainly on the Saints and Taysom Hill, who is struggling with that finger. They're going to have to rely on that a little bit more.
Hill keeps, takes off, won't get much. In fact, lost a yard as Keanu Neal made the stop. During the possession by the Dallas Cowboys, they've been working on that middle finger on the right hand of Taysom Hill on the sideline.
Well, all things considered, I think he's throwing the ball actually pretty good. I can't imagine being able to throw a ball with a splint, even though the splint's on the top of the finger, but not to be able to bend it the way that you'd like. It's coming out of your hand much different than it otherwise would.
It's the first sack of the game, as it turns out, for the Dallas Cowboys is Ingram with a carry on 2nd and 11 of 9. And you can see it's, you said, the metal's on the back side of the finger. And however he's going to have to get it done, he'll give it all he's got. As you said earlier, he's proven to be one of the tougher guys we cover.
Yeah, and he has been tonight. I mean, just the way that he has competed, it's been impressive to watch.
3rd down and 2. Hill's going to take it and get it. Wow! What a carry by Taysom Hill with a hurdle in the middle of it. 23 yards for number 7, and watch this over KZ.
Yeah, well, Cesar Ruiz, he comes around the right guard and just cleans up. You see, he comes around here. He leads the way. Taysom Hill gets in behind it. Callaway, he's down the field blocking. They seal the edge. They knock out Van Der Esch. So that's good execution. That's the best thing they have going right now is the Wildcat with Hill keeping it.
Flushed out to his right. Crowd wants to see him take off, and not a lot of room out there. A gain of 4. Here's the leap over DeMonte KZ. And that was clean. I don't think he touched him at all.
No, he didn't. Yeah, more and more of these guys, I don't only imagine you go down and you think you're going to make a tackle, you're bracing yourself for a little contact, and you don't feel anything.
Trevor Siemian liked it.
Crowd sure liked it. One of the fan favorites, Taysom Hill.
2nd and 6. Here he is, right side. Cuts back. See where they put it down. Another first down for the Saints.
They motion to the left, and normally you see the guy fall in behind it. They're going to motion here. See the impact that has then on the defense, and then you got angles. And you got Taysom Hill keeping it. So it's a lot like what you see from San Francisco or the Rams and these teams that the Green Bay Packers. A lot of those things within their running games that create space within a defense. That's a good design with the motion, and then the quarterback keeps the ball.
Hill has rushed for 6 first downs in this game. Pass broken up, and good coverage by Brown as he gets his hand in front of Traquan Smith with 17 seconds left in the 3rd.
Yeah, Brown is in his hip pocket. You know, Traquan, he didn't take off running. I don't know if he couldn't feel that it was man coverage, but he wasn't running at full speed, and because he had a step on him, on Brown initially, but Brown makes it up.
Second down and 10. Hand off to Montgomery. He gets 8. And he brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter in a 10-point game, but the Saints are marching 20-10 at the end of 3. Thursday Night Football presented by Bud Light Platinum. Back after this. Platinum, plenty of activity, and that activity is back in New Orleans, Louisiana. Taysom Hill in the first half, 2 carries, 12 yards. In the 3rd quarter, 7 carries, 75 yards. It's 3rd down, a long 2. And as you said, I mean, you almost expect Taysom Hill to take off and try to pick up this first down with his legs.
Yeah, you really do. They got Ty Montgomery in the backfield now.
He keeps, and down he goes. Micah Parsons got another. Just an absolute star in this league, and a loss of 13 yards.
And you would typically say, hey, as the quarterback, you got to get this out. I don't think it's that simple with Micah Parsons. I mean, you got one chance to throw it there, and when he doesn't, Parsons just smothers him up. I mean, Parsons is not only fast for a linebacker, he's fast for anyone on the field. He's one of the fastest players on the field regardless of positions. Wide receiver, corner, it doesn't matter. And he showed it there, because otherwise, Peyton may go for it.
And the 13-yard loss knocks New Orleans out of field goal range.
Yeah.
The punt is down at the 4 by Lil Jordan Humphrey, 33-yard punt, but a missed chance for New Orleans a moment ago. First rookie to do that since Joey Bosa in 2016. And the guy he called like a weird uncle came over to pound him on the shoulder pads. He's keeping offensive coordinators up at night, giving them nightmares the way he's been playing here of late. And it's been out there as Elliott carries for 2, that during the bye week, Parsons kind of rededicated himself, started showing up earlier, started taking care of himself a little bit better. And so you keep waiting for that rookie wall, and he just busts right through that.
And he's a team guy. I mean, he really is. He'll play anywhere. I mean, he'll line up and cover a wide receiver if that's what you want. He doesn't care. I mean, he just wants to help this team win, and they've got a lot of guys like that on this Cowboys team.
Here's one down the middle to Lamb, and a sliding catch by number 88. And a big play of 25 yards for Dallas. And the Cowboys are going to hurry up.
Yeah, I don't think they want anybody taking a look at that. They're not getting lined up.
So the catch stands, pass caught, Gallup, and he gets twisted up. Let's go to that previous play, the completion to CeeDee Lamb.
I don't know. I don't know if there's enough there. This might be a little bit better angle on it. His hands were under it. No, I don't think that wasn't a catch.
And then just a moment ago, this completion to Gallup. That's why the Cowboys hurried up.
Yeah, they tried to hurry up, but once Dak finally got everybody lined up.
Here's Elliott, able to bounce. First down and his best run of the night. But you can just see with the way he's running, has that bruised knee that he suffered week 4 against Carolina, and he's just not running well at all.
No, he's not. And even watching him go back to the huddle, he's staying in the game. But even as he was jogging back to the huddle somewhat, you can just tell. And I love Zeke Elliott. I mean, I love everything about him. He's a great teammate. I talk about the Cowboys have others besides Parsons. That's one right there, number 21. Guy's a total team player, and he's as tough as they come, too.
Little push to Lamb on first down. Christina?
Well, yeah, talking to Ezekiel Elliott before the game, he did acknowledge that knee can stiffen up on him at times, but between series, he said he has ways to manage it with the bike and quadriceps activation, but I actually haven't seen him doing any of that throughout the game. As far as the pain threshold, he told me it's like stubbing your toe. It hurts for a minute, then you just got to get through it, but point is, he just wants to play, guys.
Well, this is the last of 3 games in 12 days for Dallas, and the first of 3 straight on the road. Pollard gets it here. He's got the biggest run of the game for the Cowboys, the 58-yard touchdown that made it 20-10. Fox Super 6 is giving you another chance to win $100,000 of Terry's money. Just scan the QR code now and enter your picks in the NFL Sunday Challenge for a chance at the jackpot. It's free to play. Download the Super 6 app now.
I feel like this is the game right here for New Orleans. If they're going to have any chance, they've got to make a stop here on 3rd down.
Prescott to his left. That pass was tipped. And a big play made by Jalen Holmes to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, it was, because he's got CeeDee Lamb, and Lamb's open for the 1st down if Holmes doesn't get his hand on the ball right there. He had Lamb over there on the sideline. You see he runs that out route quickly, all kinds of separation. So that was big. Some missed opportunities by New Orleans. The one being that interception that would have been, points on that particular drive. But with that stop, they still got a chance.
Harris stays away. And Brian Anger, who leads the league in net punting average, hits another good one. They will mark it at the 13. That's where the Saints go to work, down 10. Anger took a couple of hops, and where did it end up? We know, right next to the camera. And the old Hall of Famer with a 9,000-pound camera on his right shoulder just one-hands it.
Just showing off now.
Nothing to it. Don Cornelli. Saints from the 13 down by 10. Hand to Ingram, and he's knocked down back to the line of scrimmage as Jordan Lewis came up to make the stop.
Really great job by Jordan Lewis filling the gap, but it's kind of right here now for New Orleans if they're going to be able to cut this lead and get back into it. But there's a good look at Jordan Lewis. Always love it when I see these guys slot corner, nickel back, get in there and mix it up in the run game.
Pass to Harris. Minimal gain as Brown is right there for Dallas. A gain of just 4, so 3rd and 6. A play caller I know you have a lot of respect for, and Sean Payton, but his options are a bit limited with all these injuries and a quarterback who's got a splint on the middle finger on his throwing hand.
Yeah, and they've been limited for a few weeks now.
Hill in trouble, and his receiver fell down. Traquan Smith, and heavy pressure by Francis Bernard. There's a flag down.
They might have gotten Dallas. See where the flag is. That's why Traquan went down. There was contact.
Holding. Offense. Number 74. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Left tackle James Hurst guilty of a hold.
There's Traquan Smith, number 10. There's the contact at the end of that play that it's a question of whether or not it was within 5 yards. Looked like it might have been, and Taysom Hill was still within the pocket. They get called for the hold instead, so not real good for New Orleans. Dallas makes a key stop.
Another good one from Gillikin. Punters have put on a clinic in this game. And a nice reverse of field by CeeDee Lamb. 61-yard punt, but an 11-yard return by Lamb. Cowboys lead by. Welcome back to Thursday Night Football, presented by Bud Light Platinum. Our game summary. Dak Prescott, pretty good game through the air, 25 of 35 for 235 and a touchdown. Taysom Hill has done his big damage on the ground, and that game summary is presented by Microban 24. And that 58-yard touchdown carry by Tony Pollard, the big blow in this second half. Here's Elliott. Sean Payton is still, any guy wearing stripes that is in the neighborhood of Sean Payton is still hearing about that call against Garrett Gilbert.
Well, that was a turning point in this game. There's no doubt that they had a little momentum, and that was a big penalty. They just completed a pass. It was 1st and 10, and then they got backed up, and they just weren't able to overcome it. And the Cowboys were able to come away with the touchdown with Pollard.
Passes behind Elliott, and it's broken up as Lattimore gets his hand on it.
Well, this is where you'd like to be able to run the football and take time off the clock and methodically take it down and kind of end this game, but it's just really not Dallas. The numbers look better than what they really are. They've had 2 runs that have accounted for 90 yards, and that's it. I mean, they've not run the football well. They open on 1st down. They get 3 yards, throw it, and now they're forced to throw it again here on 3rd.
Prescott throws, and the pass picked. Intercepted by Lattimore. And the play made by the Saints defense as they'll take over inside Cowboy territory. Granderson with pressure on Prescott. And Lattimore gets his 2nd pick of the year.
Well, the defense had to make a play. That's their chance of getting back into this. But Prescott there, he's late on the throw, and that was Prescott just trying to force something that really wasn't there. And the timing was off, and as he's holding in the pocket, and then he lays it up, and you see he's just determined. Saints got away with one there. Granderson, I've certainly... you say forcible contact. I've seen a lot less called. I think they call that. I don't think the official saw it. But he just was so committed to trying to get the ball down the field to Lamb. Not a good decision, and it gives the Saints life.
And they'll just run it with Hill. Not much mystery as he takes it down inside the 40. Prior to the snap, CeeDee Lamb was kind of with his hands up, waving around out of confusion, and he's the one downfield. Here it is.
Yeah, he barely got lined up. I mean, he's trying to tell Prescott, hey, hold up. He's talking about the play, trying to communicate it. Prescott waits for him to get set. It wasn't good right from the start, but when the ball's in your hands, then you've got to be the one who protects it. And knowing the situation in this game, it was just that, and you get there to where you're so determined and you think you got to play and you're hanging in there with no one protection starting to let you down. That's just one that you'd like to have back. There's no question.
Well, the Saints have to use a timeout with the play clock winding down. Saturday, Jim Harbaugh leads his 2nd-ranked Michigan Wolverines into their first ever Big Ten championship game against number 13 Iowa. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Cowboys leading the NFC East at 7-4. The Washington football team behind them at 5-6, and Dallas will travel to Landover for their next game a week from Sunday.
Yeah, here just a couple of weeks ago, we thought Philadelphia was the one who might be able to get back in it and contend with Dallas for the division title. And they lose, and here comes Washington. There's a false start by New Orleans. Gonna back them up 5 yards.
Illegal snap, offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Yeah, so they face Washington 2 out of the next 3 weeks. At Washington, at New York, and then they host Washington.
Hill, ball is out and recovered by the Cowboys. DeMarcus Lawrence made that play. And Carlos Watkins comes out of there with a football.
Recovered by the defense, 1st down.
This looks like his hand's going forward. We'll get Mike to weigh in on this, but it looked to me like his hand is going forward. And
Mike
Yeah, at first I thought when I looked at it, it was an empty hand, but here it certainly appears to me that the hand is going forward. So can they do an expedited review on this, or will they go to a full review? But I think it's a pass.
It's subtle, but it sure looks like
After review, it's an incomplete pass. It will be third down.
And they do the expedited review. His hand going forward, ball comes out. And the offense comes back onto the field for the Saints on 3rd down and 8. But there's DeMarcus Lawrence. I mean, he's made his presence felt here tonight in his first game back after the left foot fracture he suffered in the week of practice leading into game 2.
Yeah, you know that all the time that he has missed, that he couldn't wait to get back on the field and fresh legs and show what he's capable of doing, and he has. He's had a great debut. We were a little uncertain as to what exactly to be able to expect from him. I think the coaches were as well. Probably was giving them a little bit more than they thought.
31 snaps in the game for Lawrence. 3rd down and 8. Hill throws. Harris dropped it. Looking to make a move before the catch. It's 4th down.
Yeah, Deontay Harris, you're going to see that he's getting ready to make a move on Anthony Brown, and he doesn't secure the ball. He's going to cut back inside. He probably makes a miss. Deontay Harris is pretty dynamic once he gets the ball in his hands, especially with that kind of cushion. But it is not able to make the catch. No surprise here. Sean Payton going for it.
And too far to try a field goal. 4th down and 8. 4 drops tonight for the Saints. That one hurt.
We'll see if Dan Quinn decides to play man coverage.
Hill throws, pass is caught. 1st down, Harris. And a nice catch after the drop for 12.
Well, he does play man coverage, and Anthony Brown is in soft coverage. And he's able to get inside. Really nice throw. The other defender that comes across, he's in coverage. And he's almost there then to make a play on it. It was just by the design that he had to, as tight a window as he had, because as soft as Anthony Brown was, it was not contested by the man in coverage on him.
Hill, play action. That ball was tipped and now picked. Intercepted by KZ. And we'll see who got their hand on the pass from Taysom Hill as KZ has his 2nd interception. Jordan Lewis got his hand up and bothered that throw that fell well short, and the Cowboys take over leading by 10.
Yeah, Jordan Lewis, he gets in there and gets enough of the hand, and he's not able to get it where he wants to, and defense comes up and makes a play when they needed to what they hope will put this game away.
2 more interceptions for this Cowboys defense. 17 on the year. Toss to Pollard. Cuts back. And a nice run on 1st down. And you know Dan Quinn, who's the acting head coach for Mike McCarthy, is pumped up that his guys get their 2nd takeaway of the ball game.
That's good stuff. They needed a takeaway just like the Saints defense did, and the defense is able to do it. Really good work.
2nd down and 5 for Dallas, trying to secure their 8th win of the year against 4 losses. Prescott launches, and it is incomplete as Marcus Williams came oh so close to an interception. Jordan and Bronson had pressure on Prescott.
Well, Dallas is trying to keep New Orleans in this game. This was really close. But yeah, rather than, they get the nice gain on first down, running the ball and come back with it. See, give it a chance. See if you can run the ball.
Elliott back out there. 3rd down and 5. And this pass to nobody in particular.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about what I'm watching here by Dallas offensively. This is, they go 3 and out. They have a nice gain on first down, pick up 5 yards, and then 2 straight incompletions, and not even good decisions. It's one thing if you're throwing the ball as an extension of your run game, but I do think there is a tendency, we've seen it, that Kellen Moore gets away from the run game, and they have not run the ball that great, as I pointed out. They've had 2 big runs, but at this point in the game, I think some of these runs start to have an effect on a defense, especially after you pick up 5 yards on first down.
Here's a flag on the punt return. A nice catch by Harris.
I wonder what Coach McCarthy's thinking back there in Dallas about that sequence.
Well, I would imagine he'd be frustrated like Cowboy fans that you get, as you said, 5 yards on first down, and then you stop the clock with back-to-back incompletions. Here's a call.
During the kick, holding, return team, number 32. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Meanwhile, I thought it was interesting when you asked Dan Quinn about weighing in with play calling with exactly what we've seen. If Kellen Moore gets away from the run game too much, are you going to say anything to him? And he said, well, it's kind of like TSA. If you see something, say something. And I think he just saw something on that last possession by the Cowboys.
It's a hard position for him to be in because next week he goes back to being the defensive coordinator. And Kellen Moore is the offensive coordinator. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's not like you're being the head coach. It's different.
Here's a pass underneath to Montgomery for a first down. That last possession lasted 1 minute 4 seconds for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, it's not good complimentary football. We've got a Cowboy, that's Jordan Lewis.
Yes. It looked like he stepped on the foot of Traquan Smith. And a big piece to this Dallas defense down on a knee, and now I'll try to walk it off.
Green Acres.
Well, that's a good sign, at least by how he's walking.
Well, there's opportunity for the Saints. They're down to 2 timeouts. They haven't shown much of an ability with the finger injury with Taysom Hill to get the ball downfield with any regularity, but they're going to have to start with a clock under 5 minutes to go, down by 2 scores. Kelvin Joseph, the rookie, takes over for Jordan Lewis. And Hill throws. He's picked. Another one for Diggs. Number 9. And now a 3-interception night for this Cowboys defense.
And I see what Hill is trying to do. It's a rolled corner. He's got safety help. He's trying to drop it in behind him, but that's just the tracking ability of Trayvon Diggs. It really is something to watch. He plays it perfectly. He knows, he understands. You can tell he's a really smart player because he understands the coverage, and he knows then where the weakness is, which is in that area just right in behind him. So as he turns him loose and passes him up to the safety, he's anticipating that's where the throw is going to go, and then he makes a play on the ball.
Back-to-back drives end in an interception. Delivered by the Dallas defense. And Diggs with 9 interceptions on the year. He had only 1 pick in his last 5 games, but he has the 3rd of the night for Dallas. Sunday on Fox, Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. Looks like Murray is back. Continue their push for the top seed in the NFC against the Bears. Or Washington battles Derek Carr and the Raiders. Or other regional action. Check local listings for the game in your area, all on Fox and the Fox Sports app. There's the Cardinals and Bears on Fox. Ravens and Steelers on CBS late. Broncos and Chiefs, a little battle for first. The AFC West on Sunday Night Football on NBC. And then a good Monday night game on ESPN with the Bills and the Patriots. The battle for the top spot in the AFC East.
I can't wait for that game. That's going to be fun to watch. Bills and Patriots on Monday night. Cowboys ran the ball twice in a row there.
I saw that. I thought my eyes were lying to me.
Maybe there was a little TSA moment over on the sidelines.
They're down and 5 now after timeouts taken by the New Orleans Saints. It looks like, barring something really improbable or unforeseen, the Dallas Cowboys, who came in having lost 3 of 4, will get out of here on a week that's been really tough with the COVID diagnosis that they've had throughout their roster and their coaching staff. But it was not easy tonight.
No, it wasn't easy. And these road wins in places like this, regardless of whatever New Orleans is going through, are not easy. You're just happy to get out of here with a victory.
Oh, what a hit. Delivered by P.J. Williams to avoid a first down pickup by C.D. Lamb. Good play, and it's 4th down.
I'm not sure C.D. Lamb ever felt him coming. Thought he had a chance he was going to pick up the first down is what he was thinking. So Dallas, yeah, offensively, at least they take a little time off the clock here, keeping it on the ground. But, yeah, just having, I know they're going to be disappointed with that. Defense has done some good things, but I think the defense would probably even tell you that even though they've only given up 10 points, considering what they're up against, could probably improve in some areas. Offense certainly can. It's something they can build on and work on next week. But just don't give up the big play here.
Saints are out of timeouts, down by 10 with 3:46 to go. One of our drivers on the crew, Mike Heelan, who gets our TV trucks all over the country week after week, is retiring on Monday. Mike has been with us for many years, and we wish him all the best in retirement. First down for the Saints.
And they bring DeMarcus Lawrence is back in the game. He wasn't in the game the previous series.
Hill in trouble and slides with a pickup of 7.
It's pretty nice, though, when you're able to get a pass rush. Now, granted, we talked about the offensive line and what they're dealing with, but 4-man rush, they've been all over Taysom Hill,
who's over 100 yards on the ground. Here's Callaway. Taysom Hill, the 3rd quarterback this year to rush for 100 plus. Lamar Jackson twice, Justin Fields once. And now Taysom Hill. Pass behind Callaway. Pressure by Odighizuwa. 2nd and 10 with 3 minutes to go.
Boy, Odighizuwa, he puts a move on the left guard. Throckmorton and does a really good job just getting right in the face of Taysom Hill. He's had a nice rookie year.
3rd round pick from UCLA. Flag on the play. Another interception. And this is Watkins to the end zone, but a flag is down. And it looks like it's going to stand.
Illegal shift, offense. That penalty has declined. Result of the play is a touchdown.
Carlos Watkins with a pick and a touchdown, and what a night for Dan Quinn's defense.
It really is. I mean, they've done some good stuff with the takeaways here in this second half, and they never get set over here. The Saints don't. But Watkins, boy, you can spend a career waiting for a play like that. Did he have a dance? I didn't see. Surely he worked something up.
Cowboys with their 4th pick 6 of the year and their 4th interception of the game. So much for Dan Quinn being distracted by being the interim head coach and coming down on the field after calling the defense, even back in his days with Seattle from up in the booth. He's on the field, and that allows him a chance to hug Carlos Watkins.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's a good point. Normally he'd be up there hugging the coaches up in the coaches booth. That's pretty good hands there. Look like Trayvon Diggs. Picking that one off.
What a moment for the free agent picked up from the Houston Texans.
One of those nights for Taysom Hill.
Last 5 games, 5 total takeaways for tonight, with an injured Taysom Hill throwing it. Under 3 to go. Dan Quinn, Troy, who for 5.5 years was head coach of the Falcons and went 4-6 against the Saints. This has to feel good for him.
Oh, he's about to burst. He's so excited. He's trying to compose himself now over there. He said, wait a minute, I'm the head coach. I got to control myself.
Meanwhile, one of his defensive backs, C.J. Goodwin, went down. I don't think he was touched. And the flag is down on the play as well. So C.J. Goodwin gets looked at. Dan Quinn will check on number 29. 2:52 to go, and the Cowboys in charge here in New Orleans.
Get football on your terms with NFL.
C.J. Goodwin was able to get over to the sideline with some assistance. They check on him. Saints have it at their own 30. Taysom Hill's going to keep throwing it. And nearly interception number 5 as it went off Deontay Harris. Here are the interceptions tonight for the Cowboys. This beauty by Jaron Kearse. And then watch him flash across. Trayvon Diggs gets number 9. And then big Carlos Watkins. DeMonte KZ had the other. And Watkins with a pick 6. Pass underneath. Deontay Harris breaking tackles. And he's going to go. Touchdown Saints with 2:32 left. As both Diggs and KZ missed tackles. And that's a 70-yard touchdown catch and run.
It doesn't take much, does it? I mean, one missed tackle right there by KZ, and then it's a punt return, and off he goes. And you're just not going to catch him. One last shot right there. This thing, it's not over yet.
70 yards. And the extra point is good. Back to a 10-point game with 2.5 to go.
That Cowboy sidelines looks a little different right now than it did just a few seconds ago.
And now the onside kick attempt is coming. Saints don't have any timeouts left. And John Fossil goes through what he wants his group to do, defending the onside kick. Meanwhile, when you look at this game, I mean, the defense with a 4-interception game, but the offense still feels off for the Dallas Cowboys, and there are times where the numbers make the offense look a little better than they actually were. And in this game, some of the play calling was odd. Really, with a couple of runs taken out of there, one of them by C.D. Lamb on a lateral pass. The ground game again didn't do anything for Dallas.
No, I agree. It's a high bar, and we know what this offense is capable of doing. And they got their guys back, and Cooper's back, and then C.D. Lamb and all that. But they're not hitting like they were earlier in the year, for sure.
The onside kick try, and the Cowboys are on it.
I will say this is a good Saints defense. I mean, it's a really good group. This is not an easy place to play. So I think when you look at the Saints in total and you think, well, yeah, they're pretty banged up. They don't have anything on offense. They still got some really good defensive players, even though they were without a couple good ones too. And Tano Passanio and then Marcus Davenport. But I know that the Cowboys expect a lot more, and the coaching staff expects a lot more. But there usually is in a season, no matter how good it is, where you go through a little stretch that's not all that clean.
Well, they're not worried about protecting Ezekiel Elliott. Bad knee and all. Here they are willing to run him, and he gets 10 yards and a first down.
Yeah, I think they're gonna run this down now to the 2-minute warning, and it'll be all she wrote.
Well, for the Cowboys, the 58-yard touchdown run by Tony Pollard made it 20-10 at the time. And now with 2 minutes left, the Cowboys are headed for win number 8, and we see their remaining schedule at the Washington football team, at the Giants, then at home against Washington, Arizona, and at Philadelphia week 18 to end the year.
Well, that game for Washington now becomes even bigger in order for them to keep pace. Their game at Vegas on Sunday to stay within 2 games of the Cowboys within the division, and then, like we said, they're going to be facing each other 2 of the next 3 weeks. So this division, Dallas could wrap this thing up here pretty quick with just a couple more wins.
They also have the head-to-head to this point with Philly, as they beat them in Texas earlier in the year, and end the year at Philadelphia as Prescott takes a knee. The Saints have a very favorable schedule the rest of the way, but they are about to go to 5-7 at the Jets. They have that game at Tampa Bay, but at home against the Dolphins, the Panthers, at Atlanta to end the year. The Saints are on their way, Troy, to a 5-game losing streak, their first 5-game losing streak since before Sean Payton became the head coach, at least within one season. Last happened in 2005.
Yeah, this is uncharted waters for Sean Payton, and this isn't quite what he expected post Drew Brees. It's been a tough. They started out the year, had a big win to open up the season against Green Bay, a game that we called that was in Jacksonville. They had a big win then when they lost Jameis Winston, when Trevor Siemian came in off the bench and beat Tampa Bay here at home. And it has been all downhill since. The injuries have mounted, and they just haven't, even when they've been relatively healthy, just haven't played real good over the last 5 games.
By the way, the 2 injured defensive backs for the Cowboys both ended up returning to the field. Both Jordan Lewis and C.J. Goodwin. A kneel down, and that'll do it. Cowboys win it by 10. And the Dallas defense, a 4-interception game for the first time in almost 11 years. And Dan Quinn, if he was worried about coming up short in this one and disappointing his head coach, Mike McCarthy. I think he'll get a nice phone call from Mr. McCarthy at the end of this one.
Yeah, for sure.
What a job by his defense. 4 picks. And the Progressive postgame show is coming up next. 27-17 the final. Thanks for watching Thursday Night Football presented by Bud Light Platinum. The Cowboys are 8-4.